Said, I'm Marnie Sadlowsky. I'm the head of upper school. This is my 20th year. We've actually figured that out. It's my 20th year here at King. And I've been privileged to teach in both our middle and upper schools over the years. And I now serve as an administrator at what I consider to be one of the most dynamic educational institutions you will come across. I can't tell you how excited I am that you all have taken the opportunity to get to know us better, to imagine yourself working with the teachers Tom just described so well, and engaging in what we at King call a personalized approach to doing school. And that's what I want to give you a little glimpse of in my brief talk today. And because we are committed to being personal here, I'd like to address the rest of my remarks specifically to our students, our prospective students. So I would love to see how many students here are looking for middle school, entering 6, 7, and 8. Can you hold up your hands high? Great. Lots of you way in the back too. Okay, awesome. Okay, and upper school, entering 9, 10, 11. Great. Okay, so really nice. Thank you so much. So, students, although your parents are here and they are, of course, deeply involved in supporting your educational future, it's your goals in your future that I want to address. After all, we believe that for you to get the best education possible, we should make sure that you, the students, engage as fully and completely and personally as possible in your learning experience. So, what would a personalized approach to education look like for you? Well, let's say you're a middle school student. Okay, so everyone, whether you're in an upper school or a middle school, we're all going to imagine that you are a middle school student right now. Let's say you're a middle school student who has studied Spanish in lower school, elementary school, but you're curious about starting to study Mandarin Chinese. But you just want to give it a shot. You are a middle school student who plays a mean saxophone at a very high skill level. You're shy, you're funny. You love soccer, but you've only played for a year. You love dogs, and you've been computer programming for years. Okay, so lots of things go into making us who we are as people. That's the middle school profile that I've just presented to you, okay? So what should a personalized approach to education be like for you if you were this student? Well, ideally, you should have access to beginning Chinese designed for your age group, but still have connection to the language that you had been studying before. You should be able to play the saxophone, right? But you should be able to do it in a tiered way. That is, you should have access to advanced band no matter what grade you're in, right? You should have teachers who know you're shy and know you're funny, and know how to bring you out of your shell and let others see you as you are. You should get to play soccer in a no-cut athletic system that helps you develop your skills where you're at, and have a coach who knows how to do that for you. You should be able to learn leadership skills by starting a club that addresses your interests in dogs. And you should have access to computer programming courses that honor your accelerated abilities and allow you to take courses that challenge you. Sounds idealistic, maybe? But at King, we can and do all the time design programs that are exactly like that for you. So now, fast forward in time several years later and pretend you're a junior in our upper school. Okay, you're now a junior. You've been assigned a college counselor for a couple of years. You've had 2 years of high school under your belt. You're an upper class student, okay? You still study Chinese, but have also continued your interest in Spanish. So now you're earning a diploma distinction in world languages. You still play the saxophone, and you've set goals to solo this year with the jazz band at the Berkeley Jazz Festival, coached by a team of jazz specialists who are also helping you learn to compose. You're still shy, but have learned to use this to your advantage in leadership lab courses by studying how introversion can actually be a powerful trait. Your soccer coach discovered that you're actually a gifted runner, not so much of a soccer player, and helped you become a top contributor on the cross-country team. Your college counselor tipped you off to an early pre-college summer veterinary program, and you're checking it out, but you're torn between that and King's summer immersion program in Spain. And though you chose not to earn a distinction in STEM, choosing instead to pursue your passion for languages, you nevertheless are taking an independent study with our department chair in advanced programming and participate in the hacking club. So, personalized education here at King means that your program is yours. Whether you're a middle school student or a junior in the upper school, you will not have the same program as another student. You will have your own program that addresses your strengths, your needs, and most importantly, will allow you to bring yourself to your learning. Put simply, King will offer you an environment that gets to know you, expects you to get to know yourself, and expects you to bring your full self to your learning. We commit to help you shape the best possible program and experience so you can meet your goals and discover some you didn't even know you had. That last point is really important. Part of being personal in an educational setting is creating an environment that feels safe enough to take risks, as Tom mentioned, but also one that allows you to go beyond your perceived limits, right? So please know that at King, you will be asked to stretch past your limits. Students here definitely know and learn, you'll hear from one in a second, how to stretch past limits. As a recent graduate recently told me, never did he imagine when he was a sixth grader that he would graduate as a key member of the football team, speak successfully to parents on student panels, see himself as a historian, and play a key role in a theater production. But this is typical at King, and this nurturing of all aspects of students from adolescence to young adulthood is what we strive for here. It's hard to do this well. We work hard at it every day, and that is, to go back to my earlier point, what makes us such a dynamic, powerful educational institution.